Just a little disclaimer before the video starts here. I don't want anyone to get the idea that I'm a professional or anything like that. So, don't have that idea. I'm genuinely just speaking off the dome. So, if it interests you, then stick around. What's up, guys? Making another video here, talking about something I've been noticing recently in a lot of people and a lot of things in general. It's very popular, very trendy recently, at least on my page and videos I've seen, like even from popular creators and stuff like that. But I guess I can start with a personal story to kind of relate it in. So recently, my father's getting into some, you know, stock trading and other sort of things like that. And at first, when he was doing it, I was, I'd say I'd probably be interested in it. It looks very intriguing, especially to someone who has no idea about it. But I feel like it's become so popular of an idea now to just like, oh, just invest into the S&P 500 and watch the money go up and, 8% annual, returns and stuff like that. Like I've seen that like everywhere. Like I've heard teachers in my schools talking about it, how, investing is so smart. And I'm not even trying to talk about this like a combative way. It's just I feel like everyone sees investing as this super smart thing that, like, gets you ahead of the curve or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know if I see it. I don't know if I'm really on board with it. Going back to my father, he's involved in what you could call some quote unquote projects or whatever. It's really just a way at least how I see it, for him to, talk to some people he knows, or not even knows, meet new people and talk about making money. But I genuinely don't even know if he's making money. He's just, putting money in, and oh, I made 20 something dollars. I made, sometimes it'll be more, sometimes it can be a few hundred, but I feel like it's just so popularized now. I don't know why. Like even some popular YouTubers like Jay Schlatt or whatever, they talk about making, investments in just some basic S&P 500 stuff. But it's just so crazy to me. Like I don't know why it's so like popular to do now. And because it's so popular to do now, like that kind of has me a little concerned about the future of it. I mean, if you look at something like the 1920s or whatever, when the stock market crashed, I genuinely like that was because people overinvested. Like they saw, the potential in the stock market, and then they overinvested. They took out loans and whatever just to invest in the market, and when it crashed, they had nothing. I mean, I'm not saying that something like that would happen again, because I really don't have that much knowledge in the subject or claim to have any knowledge in that subject. I want that to be very clear. But it's just so interesting to me that we're kind of falling back on what we've been doing. Like it's kind of the whole idea of history repeating itself, you know what I mean? Watching everyone, like teachers, YouTubers, even my own dad talking about this like it's this grand new idea, but it's not. And I don't know, maybe to make a point here, I just don't understand why it seems so popular, at least right now. I mean, maybe you can make some money in the short term, and maybe, who knows, you'll make money in the long run, but I feel like there's just no way everyone's investing and it just everyone makes a profit. Like that just doesn't seem, not that it doesn't seem right, because everyone shouldn't be able to make money, but like, there's got to be something we're missing out on. I mean, even like places like hedge funds where the super rich go to get their, money invested for them, they don't seem to like make these awesome money percentages that just investing in the S&P 800 claims. I mean, I don't understand, like, where's all the money going? It I'd really have to look into it, but for the sake of the rant that I'm just doing real fast, I think the top few companies in the S&P 500 they're really just like big tech companies and stuff like that. Like AI related, Google, Microsoft, like those kind of things, like where they're just producing tech products. And at least from what I'm seeing and hearing, with what's it called? I'm trying to think it off the top of my head. I think Sora AI shutting down and stuff like that. Like AI doesn't seem to be that popular right now, and if that bubble bursts, which could be soon or could be later. I think someone important, maybe in the government, I think they said that the bubble isn't going to burst, but I just don't know. You know what I mean? Like everyone just says to invest and everyone does this, but that's kind of the exact process and exact, you know, cause which causes the stock market to crash. And it's like if you don't invest now, well, you're missing out on money in the long term. And I always see these videos talking about if you invest, I don't know how much it was, maybe like 800 a month from like year 15 onward, you'll be a millionaire by 65 or something like that. It's just like so popular now. I don't know. In the recent, I would say months, maybe a greater half of a year now, it's so blown up. Like the amount of publicity the S&P 500 and stuff like that has, and I feel like that's got to make a lot of people at the top very happy about people investing. And you know, my only concern would be the overinflation of it, because people will over time set their like they won't spend money on it anymore, especially if it starts going down. Like there are so many financial crises that started with people doing dumb decisions with money or people over investing. Again, like the Great Depression is the biggest example. There's other examples like the 2008 housing crisis and stuff like that. I guess that wasn't entirely related to the stock market in particular, but like it's just once it starts going down, then it's like it really starts going down. But I don't know. I just kind of wanted to talk about it because it's just so popular for some reason now. I genuinely don't know why. I don't even know like the validity of it, because it has been popular for long enough to like really have a true confirmation on whether or not it's a good thing to do. But I just figured I'd talk about it because I don't know, it seems popular and it's also kind of interesting to me. But if you're interested in anything else, you can always check the channel out. If you want to make fun of me in the comments for my poor commentary, you can, but I never claim to have the best editing. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.